Hello everybody and welcome to this episode of the Cortina. If you're not subscribed already, please make sure to do so. It really does help me out and you get to see more of this and more of the other stuff. Now this is going to be a lead on from the last Cortina video that we did, and you'll see some clips here and there where we basically get to the point we're at now. So without further delay, let's get this one sorted and I'll tell you the story of how she ended up here and how many breakdowns it took to get here. So without further delay, let's get into the video.
So as most of you might know, this car used to be in like a storage place, one of those cherished places. Now, you know, the whole situation with the world affects everybody, and me with a little YouTube channel is no exception. That was costing us a couple of £100 a month. It was getting absolutely ridiculous, and also, not to name names, but the guy wasn't exactly the easiest to deal with either. So we were on our way to Wonderland car show in this car. It's a fairly popular show near Nottingham, and it decided to just completely conk out straight on the motorway. Now, of course, the carb had just blew all its seals and everything, which was kind of our fault. We kind of should have seen that coming. Some yob in a Mercedes CLA 180D thought he was like some friggin' top roadman grime artist, came out and tried to have a go at us for no particular reason. And then yeah, so that was basically that. We broke down on an A road near Chesterfield, and then since then we had the car recovered back to the storage place. So in this one I'm hoping we can get a bit further with her, and we can not have as much misery. We can start actually having fun with this car, because it's becoming show season now. She's going to be, obviously, she doesn't live out here. She goes away. But, yeah, let's get into the video and let's see if we can make any progress.
So the next bit is to find out why the fuel isn't going from the tank to the carb. Obviously, in the middle of there is the fuel pump. We have purchased a brand new one, as you can see here. I was thinking about upgrading it to an electronic one, but you've got to figure out the flow rate and all that lot, and I kind of want to keep this original. And so does Katie as well, with it being her car, obviously. So, yeah, obviously that new carb's installed. Just haven't had a chance to test it yet. It's a new single choke Weber. Pretty nice, was brand new. So we just need to get this off next. As you saw in the last clip, we're trying to get this thing sorted. Now, what we found is the one that everybody told us to buy is far too small, as you can see there. So Katie's trying to jerry-rig something with the other one. So we could potentially put some threads in it and thread this one into it, because that is actually exactly the same size. That would be very interesting, so we'll see. We'll see if we can do that. But, yeah, now to get this one off, I think it is two 13mm bolts that keep it to the unit itself, and then we should be able to get it off.
Obviously there's the old one. I don't think the old one even has a gasket on it. No, it don't. The old one doesn't even have a gasket on it. No, there's a difference between perishing and just vanishing, and it's vanished. So I think this one's like another aftermarket one, but I think because of the lack of the gasket that might cause it to fail, but they do fail commonly anyway, don't they?
You're aiming then, you've got it. Your arm's tired yet?
No. In fact, stop smiling.
But have it bent at a different angle. Oh my god, he's not pulling no fuel through. He's not pulling no fuel through.
Is that being airlock?
Yeah, back to the drawing board, but we got a bit closer. He chucked out loads of bloody coolant, like brown coolant. It looked like it was being sick. Hello everybody, so of course we've been doing a bit of diagnostic work on this. As you know, we've replaced the carb, we've replaced the fuel pipe running to the fuel pump, we've replaced the fuel pump, we've replaced the fuel pipe, the fuel hose running from the fuel pump to the actual fuel pipe, and then obviously you've got this big fuel line that runs from the front, near the front subframe, all the way down to the bottom of the car. Well,
So Katie, we've been pumping this shrink because I've done this similar technique before. You pump this and see if there's any air leaks. I know it's bad for airlock, but it bubbles out the other end of the tank if you take the fuel cap off. We discovered this. This is our fuel line. You can see here, it hasn't obviously been secured. It's supposed to normally be tucked up there, and there's supposed to be a little retaining thing that goes there. That's obviously not present. So this has been here this whole time, and it's effectively just gone straight through it. So no wonder the fuel pump is not sucking anything, because it's sucking air. So that's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to just quickly cut this and fashion something into it, and then we'll go from there. And I'm hoping the car will work, but obviously we need a better replacement than just that.
It's a car sort of day today. You've got Katie on the Cortina, sorting out her door cards and that, and fixing her lights that are permanently on. Me on the coupe, doing all the bloody suspension and the brakes. And Katie's wearing my jumper, which really, really winds me up. But yeah, productive day.
They want both new ones. She's got one right.
No, I'd say that's as good as you're going to get it.
No.
Yeehaw, let's fucking go. Oh, where's the key? Oh, she's taking the key so I can't go anywhere. God damn it. I'll have to wait until she's back. That drive was absolutely fantastic. All that money, all that effort, all that time. And then the brakes failed. Now, I don't think I recorded this bit, but essentially the union that goes to one of the front hoses just decided to de-thread itself. So yeah, there's that. So we replaced all that, and here's the clip. Okay, so our brake problems are a bit worse. So this one here, it's all sort of rounded off in the middle, what you can see there, and it won't make enough of a seal with the new brake pipe, which you can see down there. However, this one will. But if you try to take that off, so if you try to just replace that one brake line, it just won't come off. And you can see the state of these is just horrific. So I think we do all the brakes. Now the cabling, the brake lines in between here, these and the back are all been done. So they're all brand new. So what's the harm really in taking, maybe even taking the master cylinder off, doing all of these? I also need a new one of them because that looks like it's been, it looks like it's been dug out, it's been dredged out of the sea. So we'll take that off, figure out a way to wiggle this son of a gun out, this one here, and then we'll do that. I have a good mind to replace this one, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, so let's wiggle this son of a gun out. Okay, everybody, so new spider required. We just need to get it all together. I don't know where that extra fitting's gone though from the top of here, so I'm gonna have to try find that. But yeah, I'm hoping this will just all go back together and be fine. So let's see how it goes. This is obviously going to be one of them, I'm afraid, guys. It's not going to be like a short and sweet, or let's just, crack on with it and get it over with. This is going to be a bit of a long one, so you might have to bear with me a little bit. So we've taken the Cortina's bonnet off, and I've obviously already painted this, but it's just the state of this blowover, really. Obviously the bonnet's fine. Who cares about the bonnet? It's stuff like this. Like, look at that. All coated in it, and it's getting stuck into all these wires here. You can see we've had a bit of a patch here. It's all right.
and it's getting all of this stuff managed correctly, just so we know where it all goes. Don't pay no attention to that. Pretty poor attempt. Obviously, you can see there we've replaced the brake pipes. I'm going to be drilling that one out. And in general, I think I'm going to go over the blue bit with black. Take this rad off. That's a pretty decent job. Don't know why I bothered putting these on. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to make it look a bit nicer. It's stuff like that. Like, that is a rat's nest in there. It's an absolute mess. So we're going to sort that out as well. I just need to find out where all of that goes. But first things first, it's going to be taking connectors off and stuff like that and cleaning them up, because my God, that's a mess. So we'll keep them obviously where they go in relation to the car. And yeah, we'll try our best to figure all this out. Things like these earth points, that's just been painted straight over. Getting that off, getting it all nicely done. And yeah, we'll carry on. We'll keep on keeping on and keep on getting on. So, and stuff like that down there, it's a bit weird. So we'll take a look at that as well. Now, my logic with cars has completely changed. Before, I used to do like one or two little bits and call it a day, and one or two little bits and then call it a day. With this one, it's going to be a full-on, full-on ape mode. I am going to rip this whole thing to pieces and fix everything wrong with it. That exact logic was applied to the Fiat Coupe, and gosh damn, every problem is solved with that car, minus the bonnet release, but I've kept it like that because it's funny. And that video will be coming soon, probably next week at this rate, so that's going to be pretty epic. So I'm going to go full-on teardown of this car. In this video, this part of the video, you'll see me taking the some parts of the front end off, front lights, front grille. The cooling system is being taken apart, as well as a few other things as well. So without further delay, let's get into it. And we're going to do that bit, sort out all the wiring and everything in the engine bay. Then we're going to move on to the interior and the floor pan and sort all of that out. Right, now that we've got the rad off, that is not looking too bad, my friends, is it? Just a bit of surface rust, a bit of flakiness. We'll clean that up. But look at that absolute porridge down there. That is disgusting. I dripped a bit on my alternator as well. Whoops. But we're going pretty good so far. I think I'm going to call it a night at this point. So I think I'm going to call it a night. Do you like my workbench turned like viewing platform? I'm going to call it a night at that. I think we're on... What's that on my watch, am I? We're at 9:30. So... Oh no, 8:30. We're going to call it that because I have work and still there's things to do, like get a shower. But we've made a lot of progress today, so I'll see you in the next clip or the next episode, whichever I decide to do. So that is it, my friends. As you can see, we have carbon, which you might have been shown. We've got this all off, revealing the extent of all the rust in there. And we are bonnetless, as well as a few other things, such as these new brake lines and all that other good stuff. So thank you for watching. Keep watching. Remember to subscribe for more of this, and I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to watch the next video on this thing, or I will set it on fire. Jokes. Please don't set on fire. I love you too much.